With the increasing awareness and need for conserving the environment, various organizations and various communities actually came into line. First such effort for environmental protection was led by Stockholm Declaration on Human Environment in 1972. Now this talked about that all of us have basic right to live. Now, when we say basic right to live, it's not just to live, it is to live in a healthy environment. Now, when we say healthy environment, it should be pollution free, it should be free of any kind of environmental degradation, and there should be a good interdependence and interrelationship between human beings as well as the surrounding environment. So these all factors were the basis based on which the conference on human environment was conducted in Stockholm in 1972, and this was from 5th to 16th June in 1972, where nearly 107 states participated. Now when these states participated, it became one of the most successful international conferences, we can say. And in this period of 2 weeks, there were 26 principles which were adopted along with 7 proclamations. We would understand each of these in one line, but also there were 109 recommendations which were given. Now these recommendations pertain to natural resources, human health, terrestrial ecosystem, and so on and so forth. So this declaration actually gave a holistic picture of how our environment should be. Now with this idea, this Stockholm Era, which was considered from the period of 1968 to 1987, which had its Stockholm Convention in 1972, talked about the various issues, and the successes were then reported, and finally the declaration was divided into two parts. The first part talked about the 7 proclamations. The second part talked about the 26 principles. Now, the 7 proclamations talked about human beings' relation to the environment, the observations that we have, the spiritual growth, the protection of the environment, the various economic aspects related to environment, and the government's role. In the 26 principles which were laid down, the idea was how we can protect and improve the environment. So that means to generate clean and healthy environmental conditions was the main idea. So let's first talk about the 7 proclamations, then we would move on to 26 principles. Now even understanding and remembering those 26 principles can become difficult. So what we have done is we have segregated those principles based on specific criteria, and with this you would be able to easily retain and remember the 26 principles with their core ideas. So let's first talk about the 7 proclamations. Now the first proclamation says that man is both a creature as well as a molder of the environment. So when we say creature and molder, that means we have a very important role in having a good environment around ourselves. Now this focuses on intellectual, moral, social, and spiritual growth of an individual. The second important aspect is to protect and improve. So to protect and improve the environment surrounding us. The third important is summation of all experiences that we generate, and this would help us to advance and carry forward